They're playing basketball. We love that basketball.
Basketball is my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court, just like I'm looking on the microphone. So it's Dr. J and Moses Malone. I like slam dunks, take me to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley oop. I like the pick and roll, I like the give and go, 'cause it's basketball. Mr. Curtis
down the middle. Oh, and Ola Cash rises up. Here comes the hook. Yes, sir. Bill Russell comes up big again. Clever surveys the court. Makes his move to pull in for two. Dump it into West. Game 5 baseline.
I used to go to dinner to take turns. Tiny against Earl Pearl and Will. Leo and Jerry West play basketball. It's very fast. Basketball has always been my thing. I like Magic Bird and Bernard King. And number 33, my man, Kurt Reed, is the center of my starting team. To the hoop. To the hoop.
Them other rap dudes ain't near me though. This that free stereo. Hit Louis Vuitton, yeah we go. Back at ya, spectacular. Flip around here, no spatula. The way they bite my like Dracula. And if fine, then I get back to her. And I love this game like Mario, but my flow is just like cardio. Intensive, offensive. And they ask why your belt expensive. They can't see me even if they had lenses. Top about friends is, 'cause I'm a lonely pop. College dropout, no diploma. If you feel the heat in the kitchen, or just washing dishes, or with tuition, with the big dreams and wishes, don't stop to listen. Just keep trying to get in, 'cause you gon' get there. Put your hands in the air and say, here we go.
Hello and welcome. I'm Damon Bruce here with you as we get ready for a little NBA action on 2K Sports. Thursday Hoops. It's Chris Bosh and the Miami Heat going up against Caron Butler and the Dallas Mavericks. And now we send you out to Dallas for the opening tip-off. Kevin Harlan standing by courtside.
Welcome everyone to the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And our sideline reporter is Doris Burke. It's Western Conference versus Eastern Conference here in Dallas, Texas, where the Mavericks will try to protect home court. All right, presented by State Farm, let's take a look at the Miami starting five. LeBron and Bosh are the 3 and the 4. Chalmers and Wade are the 1 and the 2. And it's Anthony in at the 5. And for Dallas, Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler in the middle. Rudy Fernandez out there with Jason Kidd. And it's Butler in at the small forward.
Dallas really played a lot of zone defense last year, and I thought it worked out well for them, especially with the personnel they brought in. Tyson Chandler manning the paint really helped that club.
So Dallas will get the first possession. Chalmers against Kidd. The tray. Good. Kidd's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Steve, back to Dallas. Sometimes a team needs to find an identity on defense, and they found that last year with the zone. That was a little clever trick, Clark Kellogg, that Rick Carlisle, the coach of the Mavs, inserted in that team.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the zone, it fit their personnel. You can't overlook the impact that Tyson Chandler has had on their defensive disposition. They have guys that have length that can cause problems in the passing lane. So the zone defense just made some sense.
Three-pointer Fernandez, and a great assist by Kidd as that one goes in.
Superb playmaking from Kidd with that dish right there.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Rick Carlisle. When we talked about what they'll try to do on defense, he told me they're going to have to do everything they can to neutralize their opponent's high flyers, saying, quote, "We can't play above the rim like these guys, so we'll have to do our best to keep them away from the hoop." Gentlemen, easier said than done.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Now here's Butler over Anthony, and it's Wade with the rebound.
Tough season last year for Caron Butler. He was playing so well before he went down with that torn patellar tendon. So hopefully he'll come back and have a strong season this year.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two.
That's good defense. Don't let a guy get a lay-in, foul hard, and send him to the free throw line.
Yeah, I like that billboard there. Sending a message. You can't come in here and get anything free in our paint.
No good on the free throw.
Steve, that patella tendon injury really a major setback. I mean, Caron is one of the toughest players in the league and has been since he stepped foot in the NBA. If anybody can come back from that, I think he can.
Jason Terry, he's checked in for Rudy Fernandez. He hits the second from the line.
Well, the big story, of course, a year ago for Miami was the formation of the big three, LeBron, Wade, and Bosh. And although it took some time for those three to click, eventually they figured it out.
Here's Butler. The shot is off, and Miami will go the other way with the ball. To the inside. It's tipped out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Joel Anthony. Here's Wade. Shot from the inbound. The offensive rebound. Here's Bosh. Nice D from Nowitzki.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Kidd against Chalmers. A 10-footer. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Steve, back to what you said about Miami. They struggled out of the gate. They were 9-8, but after a rough November, they kicked it on in December. And Clark, I think really the game that kind of spun them around was their first LeBron appearance in Cleveland in early December against the Kings.
Yeah, that was an impressive win. I recall that. That was almost like an NBA Finals type atmosphere in terms of the media attention and so forth. But in that month, they went 15-1 and really seemed to find their rhythm and quite honestly never looked back.
Great job defensively, getting out and forcing that turnover.
And Bosh backs down. Here's Haslem. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Mavericks leading by 3. It's stolen by Wade. And Miami has possession. It's a 3-point game.
That's like a Hail Mary pass in football. Too risky.
And the basket by Kidd.
That's the way to do it. Really nice ball movement there.
The Heat trail by 5. LeBron kicks to Chalmers. Taken away by Kidd. And stolen by Chalmers. Here's Haslem. Miami no good on that time either. And here is Kidd. He has 5. Over Wade. Dallas no good that time either. We've got 1:08 left here in the opening quarter.
Boy, isn't it good to see Udonis Haslem back and healthy after missing most of last season with a foot injury. He's a guy who's really been the heart and soul of this Miami ball club over the years.
Kid against Chalmers. Takes it right up. Nice shot by Terry. Stevie Donis Haslam, when he re-signed with the Heat prior to last season, he could have gotten a lot more money elsewhere. But, Clark, he wanted to remain in Miami. I'm sure he is thanking his lucky stars that decision was made.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he and Dwayne Wade extremely close, and Haslam just kind of felt like he had a chance to stay in a place that he considered home and would be able to do great things. Credit him for picking happiness in
the slam dunk by Wade. A replay here, the Sprite Slam Cam showing us how it's done.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
Now here's Kidd. Chalmers gets called for the reach. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Kidd. He's got 5. He feeds it to Nowitzki. Good, and the assist to Kidd.
Well, he really used the height advantage there down on the block.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Mavericks on top. They're up by 7.
And I thought the defense was key here for this club. They really tightened up and made it difficult on their opponent.
How about the help on the drives and rotations? I mean, they've really been in sync as a unit.
And we'll be back in just a moment. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. Here's Wade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got Marion. J.J. Barea is out there with Terry. Then there's Rudy Fernandez, and it's Haywood in at center.
I like the fact that the Mavs were a really strong team at home, and it shouldn't be a surprise. I mean, it seems like each year they find a way to win in front of a terrific home crowd.
And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd, a pass-first pure point guard, never considered much of a shooter. A lot of people are surprised to know he ranks 3rd all-time in three-point field goals made. His three-point shooting really developed in his later years, and he shoots them more than ever. With the guys I have, Dirk and Jason Terry, it makes the game so much easier. The big thing I worked on is being able to shoot the ball. If I can knock down the open 3, it helps my teammates get easier shots, and that makes the game easier. Like a true point guard, guys, even when scoring, he's looking at how it opens the floor for his teammates.
What a story. Thank you, Doris.
And Jason Kidd, such a...
see 2 cards in a row. I see now that I won't let go. No, I won't let go. Well, who am I? A cold shoulder used to cry. You feel bad, well, so do I. Yeah, so do I. I've been right, I've been left, I've been wrong, I've been left behind, I've been up, but mostly down. I've been right, I've been left, I've been wrong, I've been left behind, I've been up, but mostly down. I make mistakes just like everybody else, but instead of letting go of it, I can't forgive myself.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA. The NBA regular season tips off. It'll be Monte Ellis and the Golden State Warriors facing off against Steve Nash and the Phoenix Suns. It's the NBA on 2K Sports.
For the kids worldwide, yeah, hey, let's go.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the NBA. Regular season now underway. Opening day of the NBA. The preseason is now over, and the real games can begin. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Opening night and time for our State Farm lineups. First for the Warriors, Monte and Curry in the backcourt, and the big man filling the bait, Andres Pietrich. They look to him to provide that necessary presence down low. Then it's Terrell Rice, and it's Lee in at the power forward. And for the Suns, Nash at the 1 with Vince Carter at the 2. And they've got Marcin Gortat out there, the big man at the center. He's a big part of that presence down low. And it's Hill, and it's Fry in at the power forward position.
You know, one of the things the Warriors have done pretty well over the years is scout the D-League. They've found guys like Reggie Williams and Jeremy Lin, and they do a nice job of finding talent.
And it's the Suns to start out. And here's Nash. Guarded by Kerr. Fires from 14. Gortat misses. Good point, Steve. Warriors do uncover some unsung talent. They've got some players who have moved on. Impressive shooters, the undrafted Anthony Morrow, former D-League players, C.J. Watson, Anthony Tolliver, and go on and on.
Yeah, and of course, Kevin, sometimes injuries have necessitated the Warriors being creative and finding some of those kinds of guys. But nonetheless, they seem to have done a good job of picking the right ones that fit in well.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Alvin Gentry.
His biggest concern seemed to be how to contain Monte Ellis on the offensive end. He said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he is a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the offensive end. We'll see if they can do just that.
Thanks again, Doris. On defense, the Warriors. Nash outside. Carter with the 3. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist. Carter's got 5 now.
Beautiful pass by Steve Nash.
Curry can't get it to go.
And Steve Nash, even with all the turnover in Phoenix, just kept putting up numbers. 15 points and 11 assists a night a year ago. And that was without Amari Stoudemire, who left for New York, signing as a free agent.
The shot by Hill. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
Right. And the rebound goes to Nash. Back to Nash's production, having a finisher like Amari Stoudemire. It might help, but it goes to show you that, you know, he can set up any kind of play.
Well, he's a room service dime dropper, so if you can catch and finish, you're going to get scores. I mean, that's how good he is. That's why we talk about the point guard making it easier for his teammates, and he's one of the elite that we've seen in the history of the league.
You mentioned something earlier about his IQ.
Yeah.
To me, that is just off the chart.
Exactly, and it helps you as you get older. When you know where to be and how to get there, it gives you an extra step, even if you don't have it physically.
Guarded by Wright. And stolen by Wright.
Great job defensively, getting out and forcing that turnover.
You know, nice work getting inside that time. I mean, that's the spot where his height advantage is really going to pay off for him, and he used it.
Well, prior to last season, the Suns decided to let Amari Stoudemire leave for free agency. They were concerned that with all of his injuries, they just couldn't justify giving him a long-term big deal.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Gortat. Then for the Warriors, Udo's checked in for Lee. And it's Williams in for Jarrell Wright. Goes up from the top of the key, and it's Carter missing. Well, Steve, that's what, you know, I'm sure you'd agree, that's what makes this Sun story so interesting. They let Amari go to the Knicks, but then they turned around with a completely different front office and spent almost as much on Channing Frye, Josh Childress, and Clark Hakeem Ward. It seemed at times a little confusing.
Yeah, baffling would be another word to use there. I mean, historically, Kevin, those mid-level deals for average players can be just as risky. So some interesting choices by the Suns' top brass, and we'll see how they pan out. You need to give them a little time, but that usually takes a little longer than you want it to.
He's so graceful around the rim. Sometimes you forget how strong he is.
Many folks ain't never heard of me, so I'ma introduce myself by using some hyperboles. Waiting for the day I get the silence I deserve. So I ain't talking oxen when I say I just wanna be heard. It seems like everywhere I go, everybody there trying to steal the show.